Okay.
There we go.
So tell us, Bill. What are
My
your
sugar
numbers?
numbers for the first time ever hit 90.
Really? Oh my God, I'm
Wonderful.
Yeah.
so
Super
excited
nice,
for
Bill.
you.
Terrific.
The highest was 121.
Super, super. That's great.
Yeah, this has been a fabulous week.
That's
Fabulous
fantastic.
week. And my daughter got her results back and everything's perfect there too.
Oh, that's
They
good.
got everything out. It was precancerous rather than cancerous.
Oh, good.
Oh,
And then the next day, we have a new nephew in the family.
Oh,
oh,
My
wow.
niece had a baby.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
You must be walking on air.
So Harrison. So it's been a beautiful week.
Lovely.
I'm
Well,
glad.
So
wishing you
I'm
the
done with all
best.
my good news.
Wishing you the best. I mean, having a new addition to the family, it's always good. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and everybody's healthy and happy. So
Oh, great, great.
Yes. That's great news. Oh my God. I'm super excited for you.
and
Overall,
Monday
like,
my daughter starts her new job.
wow.
So everything's going forward good.
That's good.
Now I will tell you next Friday I will not make the meeting.
Okay.
I will be actually working.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm working till 9 o'clock next week.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, they've decided, let's put the old guy on the afternoon evening shift.
Oh,
See how he deals with that.
you know what? I think you'll do better than the teenagers. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but I'm more of a morning person. So,
Me too.
I wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and full of energy. Then I start tiring out as
That's
we
true.
get later in the day.
Well, tell them
But,
that you prefer mornings.
well,
I
I
know
think
I
they know
told.
that. That's why they switch everybody around and,
I see.
Keep you on your
so
toes.
what's that?
I said they keep you on your toes.
Yep. That's the whole thing, but listen, I just want something to keep me busy and throw some extra cash to my retirement. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is good. So Dr. Phillips running just a few minutes late.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm like, he's running a few minutes late.
I was so impressed with when I did my numbers. I said, I got to do it again. Something's not right here.
That's
And
good.
so evidently I've hit that new plateau. And hopefully I can go down from there even.
So what's your new plateau?
In that between 120 and 90. Now I'm going for like getting under 80.
You don't want to go too low.
Yeah, no.
No. But then I can start removing some of the meds.
Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
And you want it to go like slowly, but you don't want to overexert yourself either.
No, right.
And the doctor will start eliminating the medication for you. And Dr. Phillip will let you know a little bit more in detail for that. So just keep that in mind that since you're already changing your lifestyle and you're doing different stuff, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be gradually where you're going to be gradually removing the medications, and the doctor's the one that does that. So
Right.
just keep that in mind
But I mean,
because
I
you're,
go into these little plateaus where, I was in a 150 to, 130 to 150. Now I'm down. So let's hope we stay down.
Mhm.
So that's my target, is just to keep slowly moving down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you're getting there. So you don't worry. Like the steps are baby steps. It's the way we always said it. Baby steps is better. Um, and yeah, there's sometimes that a lot of the members like drop drastically, like quick. But it's better to go a little bit slower. Take your time,
Yeah.
and especially when you're doing the progress with your eating habits, the working out and all that too. That's putting everything into play, in other words, you know. And I know
Right.
you're
Right. Right.
losing weight too because we noticed it on you.
Hmm.
So you've been doing great.
Yeah. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
But like the big thing is, it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
It's not a, I've actually invited people to join in, to go online and, look up reversing type 2 diabetes for, nerds. So
Okay.
hopefully they do.
Yeah, we've had several new members, right, Rita, on there?
Yeah, a few, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
I've told 3 or
whenever they
4
go in
people.
there, and if you're the one that recommended them, tell them to put your
Uh-huh.
name on there, like, oh, hey, so and so recommended me, or just have them tag you on there. So at least we know
Okay.
who's who, and that would be a great thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, you know how I feel about you guys. So
Oh, thank you.
I want you guys to get, as much attention as possible.
Thank you so much, Bill. We greatly appreciate it. Trust me. Yeah, we're working on a project too, so um, but I can't say too much. I know that Rita's helping me with the next cookbook, and that one's gonna be launching out maybe by the end of this year. Is that correct, Rita?
That's, I don't see it happening any sooner than that, but
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah,
That's
that's the
probably by
goal.
the end of this year.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Yeah. And if it's sooner than that, we'll
Okay.
let you guys know. So, um, we have more of the formatting and the editing part of it for the book. So we're getting familiarized with it, and we're trying to see how it's going to work out, especially with that.
It should go a lot smoother the second time around.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I
Much
have all the
appreciated.
confidence in the world in you guys. You guys have done a fabulous job to this point.
Thank you.
All the little secrets you've given me,
With the
especially the mashed potato cauliflower,
oh,
or cauliflower mass cauliflower, however you want to call it.
great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really am glad you enjoyed it.
I discovered a new one recently. They'll
Yeah.
cauliflower grits with smoked cheese.
Oh, yeah. Now that
Oh,
sounds delicious too.
it's in the cookbook.
There you go. Well, I'm buying the cookbook. You know that as soon as you guys get it out there.
Oh yeah. So give the good news, Rita, since we have everyone on right now. I know that I have Ceci jumping on. She has a few questions for Dr. Phillip. Um, and I know that she wanted to speak to you in reference to a few things. She was able to jump on because she just got off of work. But Rita, can you tell everyone like the good news about the cookbook?
Well, I was telling Bill just a few minutes ago that the proof copy should be in the mail, should be delivered to Jovi and I tonight. And if it looks good, we're going full steam ahead and it'll be available for purchase next week.
Wow,
Super
that's
nice.
quick. Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you, Philip.
Hi, Dr. Phil.
Howdy.
Good,
So,
good, good.
once you guys proof it, is that the end of the process? Is there anything else that you have to
No.
do?
If the proof doesn't look the way it's supposed to, I'm positive the content is fine. It's just the formatting.
Okay,
So if that all looks good, then we're done.
Yeah.
very
If
cool.
not, we've got to revise the formatting a little bit more.
Very cool.
Yeah, and that would be it. At the formatting, I think we got it down packed. We just want to review it and see the actual book itself to see where it's at.
Mhm.
Okay,
And then once we see it tonight, and we'll just launch it tonight. And then what Amazon does, it takes about, how long, Rita? It said like 72 hours or so,
Yeah,
but up to a week for them to like launch it out. That's just so they cover themselves. I know with our copy, we got it really quick. I thought it was quick. I was like, oh, wow.
very cool.
Mhm.
yeah, we got the proofs within, well, the proof became available within about 4 hours
Mhm.
after we finished. And then we got our copies overnight.
Awesome. And people can either get a hardback or a digital version, correct?
Hardback, digital, or paperback.
Oh, very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. Good deal.
Something to fit everyone's budget.
There you go. Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah, we're both excited.
Cool. Very cool.
So Dr. Phillip, I know I had several people, I had two, Karen introduced me to a young lady. She wants to
Mhm.
set up an appointment with you this weekend.
Okay.
I wanted to see where your schedule's at, mine, and then hers too,
Okay.
to see what we can do to help her out. So I'm not sure how your schedule looks like for this weekend, Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. Are you working this weekend?
I am. I'm working till 4:30 both days.
So
So
that's 2:30 my time, which means that you'll probably be home around 5 your time.
yes.
Okay.
So I don't know
So
if Mhm.
if you want to, I already have a meeting from 3 to 4 my time, which would be 5 to 6 your time.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do something right at 6 your time.
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll confirm her for 6 o'clock Saturday,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, they had questions about the CBD oil.
Mhm.
Ceci was on, but she had to uh drop off. She's like, I don't have my earbuds. But she's interested in like her health. I know she has a little bit with anxiety and also trying to lose some weight as well.
Okay.
So I know I was telling her about the Shape and Burn
Mhm.
and then also the Bliss. So
Cool.
she can go a little bit more in detail with that. And then for her daughter, I know I was telling her about the protein shake.
Okay.
So I'll see if she jumps on or whatnot on here. But
Okay.
she's I dropped off. I'm sorry.
Did you happen to listen to the radio show that I did on Monday?
Yes. It
Yeah.
was awesome. I
So,
posted
Yes,
it
it was.
on. Mhm.
okay, cool. So I was gonna say if you can post that, utilize it however you want.
Okay.
Cool. Very cool.
Can I forward that out as a text? Is that possible? I'll
It's a
double
link.
check. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it should be just a link, I think.
Okay.
What I can do is because I was also emailed the link. Um,
Oh, email it
uh,
to me, Dr. Phillip.
yeah, I will do that. I'll do that right now. Find
Because I
it.
was looking for a video of ours where you were explaining about the CBDA
Mhm.
and forms of the different components of it. And I was going to ask you, I was like, how can I, and I was gonna ask you about the radio show too. How could I send that? Because I did post it on Facebook. I put it on Entrepreneur Society and also on Reversing Type 2 Diabetes. So I
Okay.
was able to share that to them.
Yeah. So I'll send it to you. It's called the CBD radio show link.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And then you can use that however you want. And the good thing is that um, I I purposely made it more educational. In other words, I didn't say the name of the company. And the whole idea was I wanted it to be educational so that this way people didn't feel like they were being sold something, if you will.
Exactly. And it's good because that's what a lot of people want. They want to at least know a little bit more and
Yeah.
understand it. And that's where she's at right now with her husband. She's like, I'm not sure exactly what it would do for him. Let me see what I think I sent it to you. He has I don't remember the name of it.
So,
TBI?
go ahead.
TBI? I don't know
Oh,
what that
wow.
is.
Traumatic brain injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in the clinic all afternoon, so I didn't, well, most of the afternoon. So I didn't get a chance to look at my emails. Was this something you sent today?
Yeah, I just sent it today. And we can
Okay.
go over it tomorrow if you like.
Yeah, so actually, there's some really good research that CBD and both CBG
Mhm.
help out with TBI.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, so that means the oil, the CBDA 1500, and then also the CBGA drops
Mhm.
that would help out with brain function, and then CelluV. And then because of the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant component,
Mhm.
the xantho mist, the mangosteen xanthone product,
Mhm.
that would be beneficial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a lot of good things that we can offer.
Okay.
Still not finding your email, but I'll keep on going.
I sent it probably like around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Mm. Oh, there it is. Got it.
It's under Karen's referral.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Got it. Yeah, I just
okay.
saw it. Okay. Yeah. So I can take a look at that. And then, do you want to talk about it now or do you want to talk about it tomorrow? I don't
Tomorrow.
want to take away from the group.
I think tomorrow will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're not in the on here right now.
Okay, very good.
And how are you doing, Ever?
I'm doing good. I'm sorry I joined a little bit late. I was like, oops, it's 6 what? I'm like, let me log in right away. Yeah, I didn't realize the time. I was just a long day today at work. I've been going in at 6 or 5:45 and I'm tired.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and been working like 12-hour shifts.
That
So
is a lot.
I'm exhausted. I want to wake up late tomorrow. That's what I want to do. That's my wish. To wake up late.
Yeah, how many hours of sleep are you getting?
Well, I want to sleep I've been going to sleep at 10 because I'm so tired. I get home and I'm exhausted. So I've been going to sleep at 10 and waking up at 5 in the morning.
Wow. Yeah, that's not that much sleep.
7 hours,
Well, I mean,
right?
some people can do well with 7. 8 is usually the magic number. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm all I know is that I'm tired. I'm like, I can't. This is only the only week. I'm not next week next week is gonna be better because I'm gonna start at 8 and get out at 5:30. It's gonna be better. Just that this week, we were doing inventory, so it was a hot mess. And then trying to put all the stuff back, trying to look for stuff that's gonna expire, and it's like, oh God. Yeah, it was really busy. But yeah, we're finally done. So now we're just trying to recover. Well,
okay,
I'm trying to recover. Yeah,
okay,
yeah. So trying to see how it goes.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. Doing well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, that's good. I know we're all happy, right? Because we feel good. That's the important thing.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Tired, but good. You're like, oh my God, isn't there a day that she does not laugh? I swear.
You
I don't
have
know.
to.
It's just me, my personality. That's it.
You have to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be happy. You
Mhm.
know, don't be negative or grouchy because it's not gonna take us nowhere.
Um,
It's gonna take us to the doctor's office because we're always cranky and in bad mood. No, 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 no. My blood pressure will go up if I become like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Who is that right there? Is that Martha?
Yes, it is. How are you?
Hi, senorita. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing
I'm
fine.
doing good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you for my card.
Oh, I'm glad you got it.
Yes, I did, but I hadn't seen you till right now. I'm like, wait. Yeah, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Are you
I'm good.
sure? That didn't sound like a good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
You'll
good.
be okay.
Exactly.
Well,
I
you'll
will.
be okay, that's for sure. Well, we're here for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you know me. I'm always here for you if you need me.
Thank you.
But nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Ever.
Anybody else want to say something?
I actually wanted Dr. Phillip to go over a little bit about the new product, actually.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I
I know I
I
was
seen the
talking
new
about it,
product
yes.
came out.
Yeah, because I was telling everyone about it, that it's like brain function. It helps with your cat. I can't say the word.
I thought you said cat. I'm like, what?
No. Cat,
Cardiovascular.
cardiovascular. And I
Oh.
can't say it all that well.
You know
And
what?
then,
I actually wanted to mention something to Dr. Phillip.
Tell me.
Dr. Phillip, a lot of people have been getting like heart attacks. If you notice on the news, like a lot of young people with heart attacks and all this and that, and just randomly, and before the news, I mean, I know a few people that have had heart attacks and passed away, unfortunately, right? And I'm thinking, do you think that it's linked to the COVID shot? I'm just thinking it to myself because I feel like ever since COVID, like even the fittest people are falling. It's like, what the heck is going on? So I just wanted your opinion. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, there's more and more research showing that the mRNA backbone, that structure, what it tells the body to do is to create an antibody against the spike protein, but it doesn't know how to shut itself off. So you have this hyperactive, hyperreactive mechanism that's making these little spike protein antibodies. And antibodies are essentially proteins, and they're you're not supposed to have a constant stream of large proteins in the bloodstream. So as a result, um, they tend to either gather or collect or string together. Um, and that's where all the issues are. So
Mhm.
if they gather or collect in a very small vessel, like the capillary system in the brain, then you start developing cognitive issues. So some people will say, yeah, I just feel kind of foggy or brain fog or just not thinking straight or memory issues. It's because of this microvascular disease. If it
Mm.
happens in the heart, then people start getting chest pain or they start developing abnormal rhythms
Mm.
because the um, the heart has a very intricate electrical system. So if now you're having
Mhm.
this microvascular or minute blood uh, distribution issues, that means you're interrupting this highly tuned kind of electrical system. So you'll get abnormal heart rhythms. Um, or
Do you
be-
think is there something that could avoid it? Just
so
one.
the big question is then how you stop this cascade. So
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
how do you stop this protein uh, kind of production plant, if you will? So
Yeah.
we're not really sure how to stop the protein production, but what we can do is to help mitigate the downstream inflammation. And the way you do that is by working on decreasing any potential inflammation within the system. So that's where the glutathione helps out. That's where the CBD helps out. And what Jovi wanted me to talk about was the xanthomist because it's an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, immune boosting substance. So you're right to notice that there's been a spike, and that's the proverbial third rail that no one wants to touch, i.e., mainstream media doesn't want to touch that, mainstream medical doesn't want to touch that, because what it points to is the vaccines. And once you say the vaccines are the culprit, now who do you blame? Well, the manufacturers, because they did know about it. They just didn't do enough research about it. And now it's starting to show that they knew about it in their early research. They chose to ignore it. And then the next person you blame or next organization you blame is the government, whether it's the CDC, the NIH, the FDA. They all knew about it. But they not only kind of blindfolded um, the the literature and what they were supposed to. Um, they hid it, quite frankly, and then not only did they hid it or hide it, but then
Mhm.
they went over the top and said, "Hey, it's safe and effective, and everyone not only should get it, but if you want to keep your job, you have to get it." So there's so many different levels of liability and culpability. In other words, who's responsible? That's
Mhm.
why it's the third rail, and no one wants to touch it. But if you start looking at what's called the narrative, so 6 months, a year ago, it was everyone has to get it. It's mandated. Now they're lifting the mandates and they're saying, if you want it, you can get it. So the narrative is shifting because they don't want the general public to panic and say essentially, I've got this ticking time bomb in my body that could go off at any time. The other thing, the other third rail topic that they're not discussing is what you just mentioned, the heart issues, but it's also called excess deaths. And how this came about was from, unfortunately, the insurance industry. The insurance industry is saying, why do we have all these claims from life insurance? Why are we having all these claims? And when you look at the number of claims in 2019, and then you start looking at them in 2020, 2021, and there's a huge spike in claims, and that's the all-cause deaths. And theoretically, nothing's really changed except for COVID and except for the COVID vaccinations. So, and they don't want to point to that because, again, it's going to make the government and the vaccine manufacturers kind of culpable. The other smoking gun, and this really gets kind of gross, is embalmers. Because when embalmers were trying to, the way they embalm the body is they open up a very large artery in the leg, and then they essentially set up a drainage system, and they can't push the embalming fluid in. And the reason why they can't put it in is because they're seeing these huge elastic clots that are anywhere from a couple inches to a couple feet long. So they're the ones that are kind of blowing the whistle and saying, hey, there's something going on here that no one's talked about. So it's eventually going to come out. It's not going to come out in a couple weeks. It'll probably be a couple months, maybe even a year. Once the government can figure out how to change the narrative so that people don't get mad at the government or mad at the vaccine manufacturers.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
So that was
because
the long answer to your
I just been
question.
noticing that, and I know like a few people who have either passed away in their sleep or just, heart attacks. And it's like, and it's all ages, but mostly I noticed that it's a lot of young people too, which is very like, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And you could tell that there's a lot of healthy young people too, not just, people with medical problems or anything like that. So I was like, you know,
Yeah.
and it just brought to my attention. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna ask Dr. Phillip, is there something that could avoid it, stop it
Yeah.
from happening, to especially our loved ones and people around us,
Yeah.
So that's
I
why.
think what accelerated the narrative was the unfortunate incident with Damar Hamlin when he had his heart attack on the field.
Oh.
That brought the national attention. And of course, the mainstream media jumped in and said it was commotio cordis, which is a sudden impact to the chest. But when you look at the angle of the hit, it wasn't that. They were just jumping at a conclusion in order to calm people down. He had a heart attack on the field, and the heart attack most likely was this arrhythmia that is unfortunately caused by the vaccine. And in order to play football in the NFL, you had to be vaccinated. So
Yeah.
most likely that was the cause, and he fits the demographic, a young, healthy male. So he fits the demographic for myocarditis, pericarditis, which in and of itself, that can lead to an irregular heart rhythm. and then a quote unquote heart attack. And then the other thing is that he was put on a ventilator. And if you have a heart attack, you don't need to be put on a ventilator. So
Mm-mm.
he also had most likely multiple pulmonary blood clots, which happens with the mRNA vaccines. So again, the mainstream media and the mainstream medical tried to steer it and take the public's eye away, distract from what the real cause was.
Correct.
That unfortunately brought the attention of young, healthy males
Yeah.
succumbing to heart attacks. So
Yeah. This one reporter, he was 37 years old. He went to eat dinner with his wife and he got a heart attack and died right there.
yeah.
He didn't even get to the hospital.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's been termed SADS, SADS, sudden
Mhm.
adult death syndrome, where people are dying at home, dying in their sleep, dying on the
Yeah,
job.
it's scary. I'm like, oh my God. Like, just like I've been seeing that a lot lately, more now than before. Before it was just COVID. Yeah, some people, well, maybe they weren't putting it out there, but lately I've been seeing it out there, and I've been seeing it personally because I had a friend that her brother died when he was sleeping.
Mhm.
My sister's stepson, he was only 29, I think, and
Mhm.
he died in his sleep, and they're still waiting on the autopsy. But yeah, it seems like he just died in his sleep, and this was in the middle of the afternoon. So it's like, he was awake in
So,
the morning, and then the afternoon, I guess he was in his room, he took a nap. Daughter went to wake him up, he wouldn't wake up.
so it'll be interesting how they report the autopsy.
Yeah, I'm curious. They haven't received the report yet. My last time I talked to my sister, she said they haven't told them nothing yet.
Mhm.
So I'm like, it's just like scary. I'm like, man, is there something to do to avoid it? Because if so, I'm about
Yeah,
to hand it out to my whole family.
yeah,
No lie, because it's scary.
anything you can do to reduce inflammation in the body is theoretically going to be beneficial. They haven't done any studies on anything
Hmm.
because first, they haven't come clean with what the issue is. Um, we're the medical people, medical community on the periphery. We have a pretty good idea about what's going on,
Hmm.
but we can't study it because it's still kind of taboo. But
Yeah,
because we have a mechanism, this pro-inflammatory state, this hypercoagulable state, this heightened ability to make blood clots, that's where all these things seem to be beneficial.
yeah, that is very scary. And also, somebody they got like blood clots go up to their brain, and like, so it's so many crazy things like I've been noticing. I mean, I think people notice, they just don't care to look at it or listen to it. I just don't know, because I'm not even on the news. Like, I listen to news like that all the no, I don't. I don't have time. But yet I see, and and so that new product that they just promoted, that they just took out, what exactly is it for? You were saying again, was it for inflammation, you said?
That's one of the components. It's a potent anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and helps out with the immune system. What I couldn't say on the webinar was that it also helps out with insulin resistance, which is going to be beneficial specifically for this group. So it
Mm.
should help out with diabetes too.
I'm gonna look into it and order it then.
Yeah.
And how much do you have to take on that one? Is
So
it a liquid? Is it a serum, or is it
it is a
pill?
liquid. It is a liquid. But this is the exciting thing is that all the other products out there
Mm.
are um, are in a liquid that you drink, and you would have to drink um, ounces or quarts a day. Um, but what CTFO was able to do is they were able to do two things. One is they were able to concentrate it, and then the second thing was with our 10x Pure delivery system, they were able to be able to deliver it in what's called a nano emulsion, which means essentially they can encapsulate it. And because it's on such a small level,
Mm.
less than a half of a micron, that means that when you spray it, you use this little mist delivery system, and you would just open up your mouth and put the bottle on the inside of your mouth, and then spray it on the side of your cheek, or what's called the buccal mucosa. So
Oh, okay.
you spray it there. It's 3 sprays, and by doing that, and the fact that it's so small, it can actually get in between the cell junction levels and in the little cell wall level because it's so small. So because of that, we have a high bioavailable level, which means that your body can absorb it readily. And again, because of the 10x Pure, we have a way of delivering it into the bloodstream quickly.
Is it 3 sprays in the morning or at it doesn't matter the time?
Yeah, so you would probably do it best at night
Okay.
because you should try to avoid drinking something before or after.
Like,
Um,
what do you mean? Any kind of liquid or liquor?
yeah, any
I
kind of
get.
liquid. No, any kind of liquid. Yeah.
I just
any-
want to. I just want to clarify. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
Um,
even water. Um,
so like
so
30 minutes prior to going to bed or an hour prior to going to bed, don't drink nothing, and then okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I just want to know how it works.
yeah, I think that'll be the best way that's going to be absorbed is prior
Okay.
to going to bed.
Okay, I'm gonna look into it after we hang up and see if I
Mhm.
order it done this weekend. I just wanted to. I know that they did come out with a new product, but I just haven't had a chance to look at it. Like I said, I've been busy, but now that things are gonna slow down, hopefully I'll be able to look at it this weekend and order it and see the benefits it gives me.
Yeah, I think it was January 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so you can go to the website and pull up a replay of that. It was the first about 15-20 minutes of that webinar. We're talking about it, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing. Just looking
Okay.
where the replay was at. Um, So yeah, if you go back to your website,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, so it's called new product Xanthomist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll I'll look for it later, and if anything, I'll just hit up Jovi. He's
And
pretty good
then
with giving me
yeah,
information.
yeah, if worse comes to worse, even though it says an hour, um, you should be able to uh, just listen to the first 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Phillip.
yeah, you're welcome. Welcome.
Really appreciate you
Yeah, yeah, no worries.
and your mom for having you. And your dad for making you. Hey, everybody.
Okay, Elmer.
Hey, I made you laugh, Martha.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you.
And Rita too.
I smile a lot, but I don't laugh very much.
That's still beautiful. A smile goes a long way.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, you made me laugh.
Yeah. She made us all laugh.
My ridiculousness, I know, but it's the truth.
It's all
Mom and
good.
dad. Yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. It was such a pleasure, and I'm so happy to see you guys, this little lady has to go somewhere, but I just wanted to talk to you guys and touch bases. And I had those questions regarding the new product, and then I had those questions regarding all that stuff that's going on in this world. And it's just chaos, chaos, chaos. If it's not the health industry, it's the violence, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why we have to pray for everybody, because somebody has to do it.
Amen.
Yeah. When
You
is the
take
next
care.
prayer?
We,
Good question, Jovi.
good question. So the next one is, we are in February, sorry. It's 21st, Dr. Phillip. It's the third Tuesday of every month.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're pretty good in always sending me the info, Joey. So just send it to me so I could mark it on my calendar, because we need all the prayers we could do. This month is just chaos. Yeah.
Is it, are we still doing 7?
Yes.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
If that's still okay with you, Dr. Phillip.
Yeah, no, I'm just more concerned about Karen.
Oh, okay.
And, well, for you guys too. It's 9 o'clock for you guys.
No, yeah, it's still good.
So just
Yeah,
tell
I'm
me,
gonna remind her as well.
okay, just tell me what the scripture is going to be.
Okay.
Well, then I'll see you guys later then. And I'll be
Okay.
praying for you, for everybody out there. And God bless you all, okay?
Thank you,
And
everyone.
you as well.
Thank you.
Everybody
Bye.
take
Bye,
care.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Ever.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And
So-
did you? Mhm.
Yeah, I've gotta run too, because we're gonna be I don't know, have you guys heard of the series called The Chosen?
You got me hooked on it, Dr. Phillip.
Good. So tonight is the theater showing of the final 2 episodes. So yeah, so I was binge watching the 3rd season last night and the night before, so this way I can be up to speed for tonight,
For
for
tonight. Okay.
episodes 7 and 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got Karen watching it too, so you have us hooked on it.
Yeah, I was watching, so last night I watched episodes 4, 5, and 6. And it was in the 5th episode when the woman is cured of 12 years of bleeding.
Oh,
And
wow.
Spoiler alert,
what?
spoiler alert, I haven't seen this.
Oh, okay. So watch it.
Watch it.
So the good thing, Rita, is that all the 3rd season has been put out. So I would advise you to watch episode 4 and 5 back to back, because they kind of put those 2 in separate episodes. But now that everything has been put out, you can watch it back to back. So
Is that on Netflix?
I'm not sure. I've watched it through Roku, YouTube, and they have their own app called The Chosen.
Oh, okay.
So either one or any one of those 3. I'm not sure about Netflix.
Amazon
YouTube.
has it.
I'm sorry?
Amazon has it. I think Netflix too.
Amazon does,
There you
Mhm.
go.
then I can
Yeah.
access it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a Prime member?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I forgot about that. Thanks, Joey.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so there you go. So even though episode 7 and 8 is going to be in the theater tonight, episode 7 will be released on Sunday the 5th, and then episode 8 will be released on Wednesday the 8th. So,
Yeah, it's cool.
but if you haven't watched any of it, then I would recommend highly that you go back to season 1, episode 1. And because here's the interesting thing is that there's a lot written in the Bible about obviously what Jesus does in the Gospels, and you get a little bit about what the individual disciples do, but what you don't get is the interaction. So there's a lot of poetic license, if you will, about how the disciples interact with each other, but that's what makes it a lot richer. And that's what makes you really appreciate how someone could follow Jesus for 3 years. And what are some of the fleshy questions? So when you say, Master, teach us how to pray. And it's because they're 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 not going through typical Jewish rabbinical type of teachings. These are people that are just dragged off a boat or dragged off the street because Jesus wanted to prove to the world that you didn't have to be anything special. You didn't have to go through rabbinical teaching. You didn't have to come from a certain lineage. You just had to be chosen. And that was the whole premise of the series is the chosen. So they're not anything special. They're just this ragabop group of people that come together. And so that's why they had to be taught, quote unquote, taught how to pray because they didn't know anything. They were just out fishing one day or out collecting taxes in a booth one day. So it's how they all come together. So that's why it's best if you can to start with season 1, episode 1, and just watch how these relationships come together and how they have their individual personalities kind of developed, if you will.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I like it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is phenomenal.
It is.
So with that, shalom, and we'll talk next Friday.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Phillip.
Thank
You
you.
have a
Thank
good
you,
And
night.
Dr.
Jody,
Phil.
we'll
Thank
talk
you.
tomorrow.
Thank you,
Yeah,
doctor.
we'll talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Have a good evening.
You too.